What's the difference between SRUSA and NCSA? Yeah, we get this one a lot. The names sound familiar. People think that everybody's the same. I'll just answer this one real quick, guys. NCSA is a service. USA is an agency. So we individually represent players to college coaches that we think are the right fit for them. I've never been a part of NCSA. I don't know anybody who particularly has, but I can tell you they'll help you with your video. I do know they're not, at least at the head of the company, they're not soccer people. I've looked that up before. We're a soccer only company, but they'll help you put your video up there, and they'll mass email to coaches throughout the country, but it's fairly non-discriminatory emailing. I used to, even as a junior college, get NCSA emails, and I'd look at the player and they couldn't play for me. And after 5 or 6 times of that, it just became spam to me. But I do know that people swear by it, that it's worked for them. I know that our volleyball coaches used to use it. It just didn't really work for us in the soccer world in any schools we were at. But that was, again, that was just us. Now, SRUSA is very hands-on. We are soccer specialists. Most of us are former college coaches. We've got a lot of knowledge. We've got a lot of connections. We make a lot of phone calls. We do a lot of counseling on the academic end because we've walked kids through doctor's degrees and engineering degrees, and we've walked kids through into business programs, and we've watched enough happen, and we've talked to enough counselors. We've got a lot of experience in that area. And then, of course, the soccer end, I think we know as well as anybody in the country between our entire staff. We were trading videos back and forth, staff today, about our clients. What do you think of this kid? What do you think of this kid? Do you think this kid would fit there? So we're a little more hands-on than they are. And then I guess the biggest difference is overall, for what most would consider equivalent packages, we're cheaper and we do more for it. But that's a biased opinion, of course. Anything?
Just add into the fact that we do showcases, events, just to add to things like the hands-on approach. Like even the example today, we've got a player who's been named MAC Player of the Year, Division 1 conference, and he's got a Canadian passport. So I know the guy who's the director of soccer for the Canadian Premier League, been conversing with him about him. And that's just like one example of 10 that's happened this week sort of situation. So very different. So it depends what you want. One's like a platform, one's an agency.
Yeah, there you go.
John, I would say the one thing that I just coming out of the college ranks, I would receive those emails that you're talking about, like those email blasts, and it would go to across the country. And you're right. I think after a while, it becomes a bit of a spam thing. And so I like the personal touch that we're able to offer. If you're dealing with 5 players or 6 players, and you can make those individual phone calls to the appropriate level of coach and connect those dots. I think that's definitely a personal touch that I don't think that these other agencies are doing.